You're looking at a Walmart gift card offer. The logo is perfect. The colors are identical. The text looks official. You click, enter your information, and congratulations, you just got scammed by BlaBlaCombo.xyz. But here's the disturbing part: the person who created this fake page isn't just technically skilled. They're charismatic. Charming. The kind of person who could sell you anything face to face. And they're using that charisma to fool not just innocent people, but the most sophisticated security systems on the planet. After investigating the scam empire that targeted my child's university account, I discovered something that will haunt me forever: the most dangerous criminals aren't the ones who hide in shadows. They're the ones who make you trust them completely. Let me introduce you to Hassan, not his real name, a scam manager operating from a luxurious office in Casablanca. Harvard MBA. Speaks 5 languages fluently. Could charm his way into any boardroom in the world. He's also responsible for stealing over $10 million from seniors through fake Medicare offers. These aren't desperate criminals. These are sophisticated predators who have weaponized charisma into a tool of mass deception. When I first intercepted communications from their operations, I was struck by their professionalism. These people sound like legitimate business leaders. They use corporate jargon. They hold management meetings. They have performance reviews. The only differing? Their business is destroying lives. Real charisma comes from genuine connection and authentic leadership. Scammer charisma is different. It's calculated, manufactured, and designed to exploit psychological vulnerabilities. Here's how they do it: mirroring. They reflect your communication style back to you. Authority positioning. They present themselves as experts in leaders. Emotional manipulation. They identify your fears and desires. Social proof. They create fake testimonials and social validation. Urgency creation. They make you feel like you're missing out. In one recorded call, I heard a scammer named Mohammed talking to his team: "Remember, we're not selling products. We're selling dreams. We're selling hope. We're selling the feeling that someone finally understands them." That's not criminal stupidity. That's sophisticated psychological manipulation. These operations are run like Fortune 500 companies, with one crucial difference: every department is designed to maximize deception. CEO level, charismatic leaders who inspire loyalty while planning crimes. Management, skilled manipulators who train others in deception. Sales teams, charming individuals who execute the scam's. Technical teams, experts who make fake sites look authentic. HR department, yes, they have HR for recruiting more criminals. I discovered that many scam managers hold legitimate business degrees. They're not failed entrepreneurs, they're successful ones who chose crime because it's more profitable than legitimate business. One manager I investigated has an MBA from a respected European university. His LinkedIn profile shows him as a digital marketing consultant. His real job? Running fake Medicare scams targeting American seniors. Here's where their charisma becomes technologically dangerous. They don't just hack Gmail accounts, they charm their way past Google's systems. The process. Social engineering. They call Google support with compelling stories. Identity theft. They use stolen credentials to appear legitimate. Bulk account creation. They create thousands of accounts using fake but believable identities. Warming strategies. They build account reputation through seemingly normal activity. Exploitation. They use these accounts to send millions of scam emails. Real technique revealed. They create fake personas with detailed backstories. Sarah Johnson from Ohio, elementary school teacher, recently divorced, looking for extra income. They build social media profiles, create fake employment history, even generate fake family photos. When Google's algorithms scan these accounts, they see legitimate users. The charisma extends to their fake digital identities. Corporate email systems are supposed to be secure. But scammers use charisma to infiltrate them at the human level. The attack vector. Research, they study company structures and communication patterns. Impersonation, they create fake executive identities. Social engineering, they contact IT support with urgent requests. Exploitation, they gain access to corporate email systems. Multiplication, they use corporate accounts to send trusted scam emails. I traced one scam that used a Fortune 500 company's email system to send fake cryptocurrency investment offers. The scammers had convinced the IT department that they were new executives who needed emergency email access. The charisma was so convincing that the IT team not only gave them access, but apologized for the inconvenience of security procedures. This is where technical skill meets psychological manipulation. They don't just copy Walmart's website, they create an experience that feels more authentic than the real thing. The deception layers. Visual perfection, exact color matching, font replication, logo precision. Behavioral mimicry, the site acts exactly like the real Walmart. Emotional triggers, limited time offer and you've been selected. Social proof, fake customer reviews and testimonials. Technical authenticity, SSL certificates and professional hosting. The psychology behind it. They understand that people don't just look at URLs. They look at the overall experience. If everything else feels authentic, the brain ignores the suspicious domain name. BlaBlaCombo.xyz looks ridiculous to us. But to someone focused on a $500 gift card offer, it becomes invisible. Section 7, the tool exploitation mastery. They don't create their own tools, they're masters at exploiting existing ones. Every legitimate platform becomes a weapon in their hands. Facebook, fake business pages and targeted advertising. Google Ads, promoting scam websites through legitimate channels. Amazon, fake seller accounts and product listings. LinkedIn, professional networking for criminal recruitment. PayPal, money laundering through fake business accounts. Cloudflare, professional hosting for criminal websites. Disturbing insight. They're not fighting the system, they're gaming it. They understand these platforms better than the people who built them. They exploit the trust and convenience that makes these tools valuable. The most disturbing aspect of their charisma is how they recruit innocent people into criminal operations. The recruitment process. Target selection, they identify vulnerable people needing income. Legitimate presentation, they present as digital marketing companies. Gradual indoctrination, they slowly introduce questionable practices. Moral justification, they convince recruits that victims deserve it. Dependency creation, they make recruits financially dependent on crime. Real recruitment script. We're not hurting anyone. We're helping people discover opportunities they wouldn't find otherwise. If they're smart enough to recognize value, they benefit. If they're not, that's natural selection in the digital age. That's not criminal logic. That's sophisticated psychological manipulation designed to make good people comfortable with evil acts. They don't just understand technology, they understand human psychology at a master level. Senior targeting. Isolation, they identify lonely seniors desperate for connection. Authority respect, they present as medical or government officials. Fear exploitation, they create urgent health or financial crises. Trust building, they spend time building relationships before asking for money. Young adult targeting. Opportunity promise, they offer unrealistic financial opportunities. Social pressure, they create fake social proof and testimonials. Identity exploitation, they use university and social media data. Urgency creation, they make offers seem time sensitive. Inside these criminal organizations, the charismatic leaders create loyalty that would make legitimate companies jealous. Leadership techniques. Vision casting, they paint pictures of wealth and success. Personal investment, they show interest in workers' lives and families. Achievement recognition, they celebrate successful scams as business victories. Lifestyle modeling, they display wealth as proof of their methods. Protective positioning, they present themselves as shields against law enforcement. Recorded conversation. You're not just employees. You're family. We're building something bigger than ourselves. The people who lose money to us, they have more than they need. We're redistributing wealth to people who deserve it, us. That's not criminal recruiting. That's charismatic leadership applied to evil purposes. The most sophisticated scammers combine technical expertise with psychological manipulation in ways that are almost impossible to detect. AI-enhanced charisma. Personalized messaging, AI creates custom messages for each victim. Emotional analysis, they analyze victim responses to optimize manipulation. Behavioral prediction, they predict which victims are most likely to respond. Timing optimization, they send messages when victims are most vulnerable. Future threat. As AI becomes more sophisticated, so does their charisma. They're already experimenting with deep-fake videos and voice cloning to create even more convincing presentations. Section 12, the systematic exploitation. They've created systematic approaches to exploiting every aspect of digital life, email systems, Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, all compromised through social engineering. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok used for research and recruitment. Financial systems, PayPal, Venmo, banking apps exploited for money movement. Government systems, IRS, Social Security, Medicare impersonated for authority. Corporate systems, Microsoft, Google, Amazon used for legitimacy. This isn't random crime. It's industrial-scale exploitation of digital trust, powered by charismatic leadership and psychological manipulation. The most dangerous criminals are not the ones who look like criminals. They're the ones who look like us. Who sound like us. Who could be our colleagues, our neighbors, our friends. They've weaponized charisma, turned charm into a tool of mass destruction, and created criminal empires that operate like legitimate businesses. When I started investigating the hack on my child's university account, I expected to find basement-dwelling hackers. Instead, I found charismatic business leaders running sophisticated criminal enterprises. The person who stole from my family could probably charm their way into any boardroom, any social event, any position of trust. This is why traditional security measures fail. You can't protect against charisma with firewalls. You can't stop psychological manipulation with antivirus software. The only defense is awareness. Understanding their tactics. Recognizing their methods. And never, ever underestimating the power of malicious charisma. Every person who watches this video becomes harder to manipulate. Every share reduces their power. Every comment exposes their methods. They rely on our ignorance, our trust, our desire to believe in good people. But now you know, the most dangerous criminals are the ones who make you like them. Don't trust the charm. Question the charisma. Verify everything. Because behind every perfect smile might be a perfect criminal.